Many catalysts for investors today between the Fed and trade. Sunday's deadline for new tariffs on products coming from China looming. The Wall Street Journal reports the Trump administration plans to postpone those tariffs as both countries try to reach a phase one deal. Jim Russo, chief investment strategist at Altruist Capital Management, is here now. Jim, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Do potentially delaying Sunday's tariff help facilitate a phase one deal?
It's always tough to get into the mind of President Trump, and it's tough to see what he's going to do. I think the prudent action might be to delay him at this time, right before Christmas, to see if he can get a deal done.
You think we get a phase one by Christmas?
Probably not. I think it'll be delayed into next year, and I think that maybe delaying the tariffs here makes sense. But he could take a hard line. Certainly listening to Peter Navarro last night, it sounds like the president's certainly ready to take a hard line on it.
Yeah, well, he wants what he wants in terms of a deal with teeth with China. Another trade deal would be the USMCA. You know, this is clearly a political win for the Trump administration, for Donald Trump as he approaches re-election. Nancy Pelosi might not see it that way. What do investors see it as?
I think it's a good deal on the margin, so it's definitely improved. We have good relations already with Canada and Mexico, so but it improves upon NAFTA, and I think it's a good deal for everybody. It's aggravating that it took this long to do, but due to the political environment, certainly the Democrats left it on the table for a long time.
Does this breathe a sense of more certainty for many businesses out there? Do you see this moving the stock market?
It does. I don't think it moves the stock market much at all. I think like most things today, it's day-to-day on trade with China is the big issue.
So a China deal would move the needle when it comes to trade.
Absolutely.
Okay, the Federal Reserve basically undid this year what they did last year. They cut rates in July, September, and again in October. We just got that jobs report back on Friday. Is the economy really slowing down that the Fed cuts rates today?
We have this bifurcated economy. The consumer's great. I think this Christmas is going to be the best ever. But businesses, the spending is definitely down. So we absolutely see this issue where the economy is good. It's not great. It's good. It's sound. The Fed has undone what it did wrongly last year by raising rates too quickly, and they're probably on hold right now for well into next year.
So the Fed on hold until 2020. Got it. We got to talk about Peloton. Citron gave them a price target yesterday, $5 a share, $5. The stock closed yesterday about $32. So that's a huge haircut. And the commentary, and this comes after that bad so-called sexist commercial. The commentary from the analyst was that Peloton CEO John Foley, his hubris is worse than that commercial. What's your take on Peloton?
Well, the Peloton in my basement is kind of that my wife got earlier this year is sort of gathering dust. So it's certainly the growth expectations are quite high. So I think Citron's probably correct in that it's going to be difficult for them to meet the targets that they're trying to hit. And
the
I think
$5?
Yeah, $5 I'm not sure about, but I would avoid the stock at this time because it's clearly overvalued.
Oh, wow. Did your wife ask you to buy her that Peloton?
No, she bought it on her own.
She bought it on her own. Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that for us. Jim Russo, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Cheryl, she bought it on her own.
All right, somebody needs to buy me one. I keep saying it on television. It's not happening. Look at it.